Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. Over the past few weeks I've been sharing my progress towards my goal of being leaner and more toned for my sister's wedding at the end of September. And to update you again, over the past week I have had a pretty healthy week. Weekend was a little bit less healthy, but it wasn't necessarily kind of unhealthy foods. It was just maybe not quite getting the balance right. Yeah, maybe eating a little bit more of what I fancy rather than what actually my body would like me to have. But I think I made some pretty good choices overall, and sometimes we're out for the day at the weekend, and sometimes you just need to kind of have the best of what's available when you're at a service station, or you're out and about and you can't really choose your foods that well. So yeah, I don't think I had such an unhealthy weekend, definitely better than some previous weekends, and I didn't have as much alcohol, so I was pleased with that, feeling pretty good at the start of the week. So yeah, so a healthier week. I would say that I still probably indulged a little bit, so I don't think I would have lost any weight last week. I haven't weighed myself as yet, but it's for me, because I'm not putting in maximum effort to lose weight at the moment. I can't really be too disappointed with my results if I'm not putting in that effort to make sure that sort of 6 to 7 days a week I am within my sort of calorie deficit, and making sure that over the week I'm not just balancing the scales and kind of energy and equaling energy out. That would help me maintain my weight. If I want to lose the weight, I've got to be burning more or consuming less, and I don't think I'm quite doing that overall. So maybe over the space of sort of a couple of weeks, maybe I've got that deficit, but 1 week at a time, I don't think I'm creating enough of a deficit to lose any weight. So I've got to be honest with myself that if I'm not doing the work that needs to be done, I'm not going to get the results, and that's fair enough. So I'm feeling pretty good though. My training went really well last week, doing some gym sessions for toning and conditioning, and so they're good, and that's going to achieve sort of part of my goal with the toning. And then the leaner side of it, that as long as I kind of do the gym work and I maintain my weight, maybe lose a couple of pounds between now and the end of September, then yeah, I'll be feeling good. I know that dress is going to fit me still. I've just got to maintain where I am now and just sort of shape up a little bit for my own preference. So yeah, all's going well. Didn't have too much alcohol, which was good, and yeah, feeling good. So hopefully you are too. If you're going away next week or the end of this week, school holidays started very soon, then this week is really about just sort of managing, being healthier, and sort of managing your sort of pre-holiday diet, not overdoing it this week, just because next week's probably going to go a little bit out the window. So making sure you've got that balance in place. So yeah, if you're going on holiday, enjoy your holiday, but try and have a bit of a healthier week this week. The topic I want to talk about this week though is also a little bit of a controversial one, and something that I get asked a fair amount by people, and even sometimes people I don't know very well, so it's always difficult to answer this one. But basically what I want to talk about, counting calories. Is it good? Is it something you should be doing? And there's lots of different opinions on this and different ways you can sort of think about it. My viewpoint is that you need to definitely be aware of calories and need to be sort of educated on what you're eating and consuming, and also what you're burning off as well. Need to sort of roughly know how many calories you're burning in an exercise session, or in activity that you do day to day, and how much energy your body needs as well. So so if we work sort of roughly on sort of an active person with like that kind of moves about day to day in their life, without thinking about exercise, that sort of person's going to need sort of 2,000 calories roughly. We're talking very rough here, and obviously a heavier person will need more, a less active person will need less. So maybe if you've got a sedentary job, not really walking much, sort of using the car for travel, you're probably only going to need sort of 1,500 calories a day to sort of maintain where you are. And that then obviously exercise is where when you're exercising you need more calories to sort of sustain that. So that's when you can start to eat a little bit more if you're doing a little bit more as well. But anyway, if we're sort of thinking 1,500 to 2,000 calories, that's sort of how much you'd need to be consuming to maintain your weight. And then obviously we need to be aware of the foods that we're eating, how much calories they have in it, how much energy they provide, so that you know how to get that balance. And counting calories or being aware of them is the only way you're going to be able to do that. Now, I've talked about it before, I mention it probably on a weekly basis, and I'm not getting anything out of it, but other than my own success. But MyFitnessPal app is great. Free app that you can get on your phones, maybe even on computers or laptops, I'm not sure, computers or iPads even. But MyFitnessPal is a fantastic app that will give you an idea of how many calories you need to be consuming based on your day-to-day sort of activity level. You put in sort of your basic activity level. I put mine as sort of very high because I am moving about quite a lot with work and personal training. And then you sort of add your exercise as well, and any extra activity that you're doing above and beyond your normal, and then that gives you more calories. And then you add your food day to day and each meal, food and drink intake, so that because it's a database, it's got all your all different foods. You can even scan barcodes, makes it really simple, really straightforward. And even if you're going out for a meal and you're having something you're not quite sure how many calories was in it, if you go on and search for, I don't know, you're having fish and chips or something, if it's a bit of a naughty one, you might not want to know quite so how many calories are in it, but it's good to be honest, good to be educated and be aware of how many calories there are. But put fish and chips in. If you had a large portion, large fish and chips, see what it comes up with. And I tend to go for sort of the middle one. There'll be some that are like really high calories, and it might be that if you think it's probably more accurate having the sort of higher calories, go with that. But don't pick the low ones that are maybe the smallest portion of fish and chips you can ever find, or like not a very accurate measure of what you just consume. So somewhere in the middle, maybe upper end of the spectrum, if you want to be safe than sorry, better safe than sorry. So adding those on, again a bit sidetracked, but adding food to the diary is really, really easy, and it just helps you to be aware of sort of how much you're consuming. Are you under eating? Are you overeating? Where can you cut back? Comparing like having a full fat latte for lunch or for a snack in the morning compared to having a normal sort of filter coffee with milk, and comparing calories and seeing how much a run burns compared to the dinner that you're eating afterwards, and things like that. It's just helping to be more aware of what you're consuming, what you're putting into your body, and where you might be going wrong. If you're trying to lose weight and it's not quite working for you, then the MyFitnessPal app really does help to just make you more conscious of it and aware of it. And you've got to be aware of it. You can't lose weight by accident, really. I mean, some people do if you've not been very well or been a bit stressed, or you're busy and you're forgetting to eat and things, but it's not a coincidence. It's not by accident that you're losing weight. There will be an energy deficit which is causing you to be consuming less than you're burning, or the other way around. And you've just got to make sure that that's happening, and one of the ways you can do that is by tracking it, MyFitnessPal. And I guess that's a kind of way of counting calories. To me, counting calories sounds so boring and just like a lot of hard work, really, and just not a very nice lifestyle, not a very fun lifestyle, not a fun way to eat. But whereas MyFitnessPal is just it's just something there that I kind of use every day, and I feel strange if I'm not using it. I tend to not use it so much at a weekend, just because I kind of go out and like to enjoy myself a little bit more. But I know if I really wanted to lose weight and I want the results, I'd have to be using it every single day, and being much, much more aware of what I'm eating, even when I'm out as well, not just when I'm at home and I've got full control over my meals. So in answer to kind of what I was talking about, should you be counting calories? Is it a good thing to be doing? Then I think MyFitnessPal is a fantastic way, and with your maybe teenage kids, getting them into it as well, because obviously we don't want kids and teenagers, and I don't want anyone getting obsessed over calories and weight loss and things like that. But definitely educating your kids or people in your life that don't really know about kind of food intake and sort of exercise output and things like that. It's just really a good resource, a good app to use to help you become more aware, more educated about it. And then once you've kind of got the idea, and if you're eating fairly similar things on a day-to-day basis, obviously you don't need to be using it every single day, but it's a good habit to get into. It will also send you reminders as well if you want it to remind you to add your food and update your diary and things. So yeah, you can get a little bit of extra support and help from the app itself as well. So yes, counting calories necessary for weight loss, weight maintenance, or weight gain as well. If you're looking to put on some weight, you're going to need to know that you're eating more than you're burning off as well. So all aspects of that, if you want to be thinking about weight in any way, you're going to need to know your calorie content. Obviously, the nutrients that food provides is really important as well, but in terms of weight, the only numbers really you need to be thinking about is calories. So yes, counting calories, being aware of them is very, very important for weight management. So hopefully that answers the question. I'll be back next week with another update on my progress, and if you've got any questions yourself or want me to help you in any way, please do get in touch. Always happy to help. Speak to you later.